welcome to OBX Update. My name is Rob Jenkins and this is the latest on the Outer Banks in North Carolina. As of this video right now, we have 300 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in North Carolina in 39 different counties. Now, there are no confirmed cases in Dare County. I just want to stress that there are no confirmed cases in Dare County, but they do continue to do tests. Tests are being done on an individual basis. Same guidelines as before. You have to have a fever of 100.4, a cough, or some sort of respiratory illness symptoms. Dare County also has a very good video, which I will link in the description down below, about social distancing. So if you have any questions or anything about that, definitely check out that video. Now, the big thing that's been on everybody's mind lately has been the bridge closures, more particularly Dare County being closed off. I do want to reiterate that permanent residents of Dare County, Hyde County, and Currituck are allowed to come over. All you need to actually have is your government issue ID or your driver's license. Now, there are two different checkpoints actually here in Dare County. One of them is at the Wright Brothers Bridge. The other one is at White's in Mans Harbor. So what you're going to want to do whenever you get to one of those checkpoints is keep your windows rolled up, take your ID, your driver's license, what have you, push it up against the window. They will check it like that. If you are an employee of somewhere in Dare County and you live outside of Dare County, there are two options for you as well. You can use a pay stub or you can use your employee ID badge from wherever you work. Now, you can actually try to apply to get a reentry permit. They've had a lot of difficulty with that because of how many people have tried to access the website. I will leave that website down below, but like I said, if you are a resident of Dare, Hyde, or Currituck County, all you need is actually your driver's license or a government issued ID. They are not allowing visitors or non-resident property owners in Dare County right now. As soon as that is lifted, we'll make that announcement. That's caused a lot of grief, but they're doing it in order to actually protect the residents that live here full-time in Dare County. A lot of businesses here on the Outer Banks have also closed. A lot of restaurants. There are some restaurants that are still open despite the lack of being able to have indoor or outdoor seating. So if you do order any food from one of these restaurants, definitely make sure that you actually give them a good thank you, because they're out there still busting themselves trying to actually feed people. And on top of that, definitely want to tip those delivery drivers because they're out in this while a lot of us are actually staying at home. The NC Control Group is urging people, if you don't have to go anywhere, stay at home. That's the easiest way of trying to actually stop the spread of COVID-19. Make sure you wash your hands too. That should be self-explanatory, but anytime you touch any sort of surface or something like that, especially when you're outside of your own home, make sure to wash your hands. Another big tip too is if you have to pump gas or something like that, try to use a napkin or a plastic bag or something for that gas pump. All of these things right here will help us stop the spread of this virus and help protect our community here. Town offices are still open under normal business hours, but they are recommending that nobody actually come to them. What you need to do is actually call the individual township if you have any sort of questions. If you look at the bulletins that have been coming out from the control group, they have all of the phone numbers listed on there as well. So that is definitely a good resource. Check out those bulletins as they pop up every single time. They normally post them at 1 p.m. Every day. So unless there's something special that actually happens that they need to make an announcement. So definitely check out those control group posts because there's a lot of information in those posts. Now, there are new guidelines for the Outer Banks Hospital as well. They are prohibiting all visitors except for a couple different sections of the hospital. And in order to actually be able to get into that, you have to go through a pre-screening test of some sort and basically pass it. The different sections of the hospital that they're allowing one adult visitor are maternity and postpartum units, clinics located inside of the hospital, end-of-life patients, discharge pickup, emergency department, and a few other circumstances by case. Beginning Monday, the Outer Banks Hospital is also going to be rescheduling mostly all outpatient procedures that can wait a few weeks. If you already have that scheduled, you will receive a call for them to actually push it out as well. So you don't have to worry about contacting the hospital will contact you. Outpatient walk-in lab is still open as well, but if you can put it off, they're saying please try to put it off for a week or two if you can. That's highly recommended. The Outer Banks Medical Group is also transitioning to virtual visits. If you are an established patient and need to be seen, all you need to do is call the office and see which options are available. If you already have an appointment, though, with the Outer Banks Medical Group, they will reach out to you to figure out exactly how to implement that virtual visit. Online schooling for Dare County starts tomorrow, Monday. And if you haven't had a chance to yet, and you don't know what I'm talking about, and you have someone that's actually in school, check your email. That's where they've been sending out all of these alerts, all of these updates about online schooling. It's really awesome, though. I'm very impressed with it. It's a website, just so you know right now. I'll definitely leave it down in the description, is daretolearn.org, of course. And the really cool things I want to go over are these 3 highlighted points. They can be accessed by any internet-enabled device that includes phones. That's super helpful for people that don't have computers or anything like that. So as long as it can connect to the internet, you actually can do this schoolwork. Families that do not have access to a device or internet access to begin with, contact IT support at daretolearn.org, or you can give them a call at 252-480-8888, extension 1905. Make sure to leave a message, though, because they're not actually going to have anybody in the office manning it, but they are manning the answering machine, so they will call you back. So don't expect an answer when you call. They will call you back. The schoolwork also, expectations vary depending on what grade you're in, things like that is too. So just make sure you help your children with their schoolwork, especially getting acclimated this first week to the online schooling. If you have any questions, though, like I said, go to daretolearn.org. You do need to set up this before you'll actually be able to log in to do any sort of schoolwork or anything like that. So again, I will leave that link down in the description. Definitely want to check it out because it starts tomorrow on Monday. Student meals also started last Monday as well. They run Monday through Friday. There's a bunch of different locations that I'll go over in just a second. Breakfast is 7:45 to 8:45, and then lunch is 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The main sites for pickup are Manteo, First Flight, and Cape Hatteras Elementary Schools. The secondary pickup locations are Bethany United Methodist Church in Wanchese, Roanoke Community Center in Manteo, the Community Center in Stumpy Point, the Fire Department in Mans Harbor, South Lake Drive in East Lake, Tanger Outlet and Dowdy Park in Nags Head, the Belk Center in KDH, the Dare Center, Daniels Homeport and Kitty Hawk Elementary in Kitty Hawk, 40591 NC Highway 12, the parking lot across from Burger in Avon, the Community Building in the Tri-Villages, Hatteras Island Community Center, and TJ's in Collington. It's one of those where if you need assistance helping feed your child, especially since it's been unexpected them being out of school, definitely go to one of these pickup sites and grab some food. I saw the one down in TJ's the other day. There were a lot of people there, and special thank you and shout out to all of the people who are actually delivering these meals. That's amazing. You're stepping up and doing this in order to help feed the community with this unexpected circumstances. So thank you to everyone that's reached out to help with this. I'll probably try to keep making these videos every other day, or if something big happens, I'll try to actually cover that as well. Like I said, definitely keep a lookout for those control group posts, because they have all of this information right here as well. If you actually have any sort of online activity or anything like that as well, a stream or anything that you can think of that would actually help entertain the masses, please email me. The email is obxncupdate@gmail.com. I will make sure to include it in the next video, just because the more that we actually have community-wise that we're doing through the internet, the more it will help actually take the boredom away of actually having to stay in our houses. But like I said, I'll try to be making these videos at least every other day, or if something big actually happens, because I feel like this might be a good way for some people to get information. Even though it is out there, I'm trying to bring it all together in one spot for you. But like I said, my name is Rob Jenkins, and thank you so much for checking out the video, and I hope you have a wonderful night.